Namaste, dear students. I am here with one more problem. This is bit one step advanced than the basic problem which you have learned so far. 4 problems you have done. So 3 problem I have done and 1 problem I have given you people to do it. So fourth problem. So those were hardly a basic one. This is one step ahead. What is that one step advance here? So let us look into this problem. Illustration number 5. Nayana Company Limited invited applications on 30,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, payable as follows. Rupees 2 on application, rupees 3 on allotment, rupees 3 on first call, rupees 2 on final call. Applications were received for 20,000 shares and all of these shares were accepted and all the money is received except on first call 1,000 shares and the final call 2,000 shares. Give the necessary journal entries and also prepare the balance sheet of the company. Here you have to focus on 2 to 3 important points. Here the company have invited application from the public for 30,000 shares. But how many shares has been applied by the public? Application were received for 20,000 shares. So this is the situation where company has offered more number of shares to the public, but public have subscribed for less number of shares. When company offers more number of shares and the public subscription is less than the offered, so that situation we call it as a under subscription. That is point number 1. And point number 2, all of these shares were accepted and all the money is received except on first call 1,000 shares. So there was a shareholder who could not pay first call money on 1,000 shares and the final call on 2,000 shares. One more party is there, so who could not pay a 2,000 shares money on final call. So these 3 points we should keep it in mind, and the rest all the same entries will go. Okay, so let us look into the solution, how different this solution than the problems which you have already solved. Okay, so let us open the table. So open journal entries in the books of Nayana Company Limited. Yeah, dear students, so now I'm ready with the solution number 5 and a journal entry table with all heading, date, column and all. So now here we have to do a small working note. So what is that small working note it is all about? So let us see, because in this problem the company have offered the public 30,000 equity shares, but public subscribed only for 20,000 shares, correct? So we have to show that. So total, let us make it as a note. Okay, it is NOTE note. So now total called up shares. Total called up shares. How many shares the company has called? 30,000 shares, correct? So now how many shares has been subscribed by the public? Subscribed by the public, how many shares subscribed by the public? 20,000 shares. So here the company offered is 30,000 shares and public subscribed for only 20,000 shares, correct? So then there is a short the excess shares has been offered by the company, or you can take the public has subscribed less share. So we call this as a under subscription. Under subscription, the situation of such cases we call it as a under subscription. Okay, so because when company offers shares, if public subscribes less than the offered shares. So that is the situation, we call it as a under subscription. 30,000 company offered, public applied for only 20,000. So this situation is called under subscription. So what action we take here? So action taken is complete allotment, full allotment of shares, because already it is public subscription itself less, so I cannot do anything here. So in such a case, what I am doing, full allotment. So action taken is full allotment of shares. So all the 20,000 shares has been allotted to the general public. So this is the working note, small working note which you have to prepare before passing the journal entries. So now journal entries, right? Yes. What is the first entry? Perfect. Bank account, debtor to equity share application account. Yes, correct. So how many shares public have subscribed for? So write down that only 20,000 shares. So what is the application money? So application money is rupees 2, right? So application money is rupees 2. 20,000 into 2, that comes to 40,000. 40,000 being equity share application money received on how many shares? 20,000 shares. So you have to mention the number of shares, because public have applied for less number of shares than the offered. Okay, less number of shares than the offered. So we have to do that. So after that, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to do a transfer entry. So I'm closing the entry. So going with the second entry now. So second entry is transfer entry. So transfer entry is, yes, equity share application account debtor to equity share capital account. So I'm transferring the money. So 40,000, 40,000 being equity share application money transferred to equity share capital account. So close the entry. So these are all the same. I'm not doing any changes. Same entry. So that is why I'm going bit fast. So third entry is due entry. Due entry of what? Allotment money. Clear? Allotment money due. So equity share allotment account. Equity share allotment account debtor to equity share capital account. So what is the number of shares? Yes, 20,000 shares into what is the allotment money? Rupees 3. Allotment call money is rupees 3. 20,000 into 3, that comes to 60,000. 60,000 being equity share allotment money due. So closing the entry, equity share allotment money due. I'm closing that entry now. So fourth entry is going to be receive entry again. So bank account debtor to equity share allotment account. So same, nothing changes. 60,000, 60,000. So being equity share allotment money received. So do you have any confusion now? No, right? Till here it is clear? Yes. So I'm closing this. So next we do have a due entry. Okay. So due entry of, yes, first call money. Okay. So that is going to be a fifth entry. So fifth entry is first call money due. What is the entry for due? Equity share first call account debtor to equity share capital account. So 20,000 shares. So first call money is how much? At rupees 3. 20,000 into 3. So 20,000 shares at rupees 3. So 60,000. 60,000 being equity share first call money due. Yes, I'm done with the due entry. So now I'm going to pass the receive entry. I'm going to pass the receive entry. So here you have to be bit careful while passing the receive entry of first call. Why it is like that? So that is going to be a bank account debtor to equity share first call account. Correct. So now in the problem it has been clearly said there is a person, one who failed to pay first call money. On how many shares? On 1000 shares. Try to understand this adjustment. So there was a person, one who failed to pay the money on how many shares? 1000. So actual number of shares public applied 20,000. Out of this 1000 shareholder is not paid the first call money. So the 1000 you deduct. So the left you get 19,000 into 3. You know, one who failed to pay first call money. 1000 shares failed to pay first call money. So that comes to 19,000 shares. So 19,000 shares at rupees 3 I am receiving. So I am receiving 57,000 rupees. So 57,000, 57,000. Okay. So now write the narration being equity share first call money received except 1000 shares. Understood? So 1000 shareholder is not paid first call money. So this is the one step advance which you have to understand. Okay. So next I'm moving to the next second call entry. So let us look into the second call entry. As usual, same type of adjustment. There is no much difference in this also. So again, you have to be bit conscious while passing the receive entry. So due entry is same. It is a continuation entry. So I'm just continuing it. Yes, so I'm passing the seventh entry. Seventh entry is always a due entry of what? Second call. So equity share second and final call account debtor to equity share capital account. Okay, equity share capital account. So as usual, that is number of shares. Yes, 20,000. Final call money of rupees 2 each. Final call money of rupees 2 each. So 20,000 into 2 is 40,000. 40,000. If you don't get space for writing here, what you can do is you can write here also. So in the margin 20,000 into 2. Okay, so you can mark because you have to understand clearly. So the narration is being equity share second and final call money due. So I'm done with the due entry. So now I have to pass the receive entry. That is going to be a last entry of this problem. Okay. Yes. So now 8th entry I'm passing. So receive entry always starts from bank account debtor to bank account debtor to equity share second and final call account. Bank account debtor to equity share second and final call account. Okay. So now actually I'm supposed to receive 20,000 share second call money, but in the problem he says except 2,000 shares on the final call. So you have to see that except 2,000 shares on the final call. So 2,000 shareholder have not paid, that means. So minus 2,000. So you are going to get how much? 20,000 minus 2,000. So 18,000 shareholders only paid the second call money of rupees 2. So 18,000 into 2. So that comes to 36,000 and 36,000. 36,000 and 36,000. So narration you know, right? So write the narration being equity share second and final call money received except 2,000 shares. So you have to learn this. This is the extra one step adjustment which I have taught you in today's problem. Okay. So this is just one step advanced. So we do have plenty more adjustment of this kind. Okay. So now preparing the bank account and balance sheet as usual. So open bank account first. So hardly 4 lines is sufficient. So I'm opening with only 4 lines. Okay. So I'm done, ready with the table. So bank account, particulars, rupees, particulars, rupees. So ledger account, debit, credit. Okay. So as I have taught you how to prepare a bank account, so let us zoom out and see into the problem. So 2, see bank account is here, bank account. So 2 equity share application account. So 2 equity share application account. How much I have received? 40,000 rupees. So I'm writing the same 40,000. Next, there is no any bank. In the third entry also there is no bank. Yes, in the fourth entry there is a bank, that is 60,000 rupees equity share allotment account. So to equity share allotment account 60,000 rupees. So next, look at on the fifth entry I don't have any bank, but on the sixth entry yes I have bank account towards equity share first call account 57,000 rupees. How much? 57,000 rupees. So equity share first call account, how much? 57,000 rupees. So again on the seventh entry there is no any bank at all, but in the eighth entry yes there is a bank. Bank how much? 36,000 rupees towards bank. So to equity share second and final call account. Okay, so that comes to 36,000 rupees. So now total, so how much you're going to get? So use the calculator. 40,000 plus 60,000 plus 57,000 and plus 36,000. Okay, so we are going to get 1,93,000 both the side. 1,93,000. 1,93,000. So since there is no any bank and transaction here, what I am going to do, by balance carry down 1,93,000 rupees. So now both the side close the table and your bank account amount you got 1,93,000. 1,93,000. So now let us prepare balance sheet. Okay, let us prepare the balance sheet. So this you have to understand bit deeper, and it is, as I said, one more step advanced than these basic problems which you have learned till now so far. Okay, so now I'm preparing a new balance sheet. New balance sheet as on that date. Okay, so now I'm ready with the table. So table content is liabilities, rupees, assets and rupees. So let me zoom in bit so that you will understand more clearly. Okay, so is this enough? Yes, it is enough. Yeah. So now new balance sheet. Till now in one line we used to write, all called up, paid up, authorized, issued, subscribed and all. Okay, so now let us mark this as point number 1 and write the heading as a share capital. Share capital. So under this what I am writing now, A, authorized capital. See, authorized capital means the company which can issue a maximum number of shares the company can issue. So there is no any figures has been given. So I'm not writing anything as a authorized capital. Okay. So now I'm writing B. So B is going to be issued capital. Issued capital. How much company has issued? So issued capital. Actually, how many shares the company actually offered to the public? Yes, that is 30,000 shares which has been offered by the company to the public of rupees 10 each. So 30,000 into 10. So actual amount capital the company expected is 3 lakh rupees. So but public have applied less than this. So what I'll do is I'm going to closing this year only with 2 lines. twin lines. So that means it is for the purpose of reflection. So I'm not going to consider anywhere else in future. So actually company have offered 3 lakh worth of shares to the general public. Okay. So now point C. So in point C, I'm going to write subscribed. How much subscription had happened? Subscribed, called up, and paid up capital. Okay, so subscribed, called up, and paid up capital. Okay, perfect. So now actually company have public have subscribed for 20,000 shares, correct, at the face value of rupees 10 each. So 20,000 into 10, how much? 2 lakh rupees. Okay, 2 lakh rupees. 20,000 into 10, 2 lakh rupees actually subscribed, but there is a calls in arrears. Okay, so less calls in arrears. So what is this calls in arrears? One who have failed to pay the call money, they are called as calls in arrears. Okay. So now 1,000 shareholders have not paid the first call money. How much was the first call money? At rupees 3 each. So 1,000 into 3, that comes to 3,000. So this fellow 1,000 shares first call money has not paid. So for your reference I am writing first call here. And another fellow second and final call money have not paid. So that is how many shares? 2,000 shares. So 2,000 of rupees 2 each, correct? Because second call money is 2 rupees. So 2,000 into 2 is 4,000 rupees. 4,000. So deduct this. How much? 3 plus 4. 2 lakh minus 3,000 minus 4,000. If you use the calculator, 2 lakh minus 3,000 and minus 4,000. So your outer column amount will be 1,93,000. 2 lakh minus 3,000 minus 4,000. 1,93,000. Okay, so on the other hand, again, do we have any fixed assets? First heading, we do have any fixed assets? No, right? So fixed assets nil. So point 2 I am marking. So that is current assets. So in current assets, yes, I have cash at bank. So how much cash at bank I have? Look at the bank account. So in bank account carried down is 1,93,000. So I have cash at bank 1,93,000. So I'm copying the same 1,93,000. So now both the side total 1,93,000 and 1,93,000. So both the side it got tallied. Tallied or not? Yes, tallied. Correct. So both the side total 1,93,000 and 1,93,000. So let me close the table. So if my balance sheet has been tallied means the problem which I have done is correct. It is correct. Okay. So let me close this. Yes, so my balance sheet also got tallied. So this is one step extra adjustment. So I'm telling you this again and again. If you have any doubt, feel free to call and approach me so that I'll clarify your doubt. Okay. So until then, I'll come back with one more problem very soon. Until then, take care. See you soon. Bye bye. And as usual, stay safe. Bye.